And yeah, I ran into this Shannon Sharp video, and I wanted to talk about it real quick. This is going to be, I promise you guys, this is going to be a much shorter video. And before we do, please at some point like and subscribe to the video. Sorry, to the channel. Sorry. Still raw with this whole thing. But anyway, hit the like, subscribe, share, whatever. Um, Shannon Sharp. If you guys haven't figured out that women at this point, modern women, are smart. Alright. If you guys haven't figured out that modern women are really smart, then I don't know what rock you're living under. Um, they're really smart guys. Modern women are really smart. It's really as simple as that. Um, and the scariest part about the whole thing is they're like you're not safe right now in 2025. You're just not safe, right? Especially if you're a man. Listen, it's gotten to the point where modern women today are trying to survive. That's all. That's really what it comes down to. Modern women are just trying to survive. Because they get these useless degrees that they're under debt, that they realize that it's not serving them at all. Like a lot of these guys have $100,000 of debt, and you would think that they had a law degree or a medical degree. No, you know, modern women ain't being doctors like that. Period. Right? So they don't really have a really established career or degree, and they have all this mountains of debt. And they have realized that this debt can literally account for 15% of their paychecks. That is a lot, and that will barely cover the interest. So after like 5, 6, 7 years of this, they're just wondering, you know what? Look, I can't get underneath this hole. And now, what you're starting to see today in 2025 is that a lot of modern women are starting to get really desperate, really, really desperate, right? And not only that, right? So when you go on Instagram and TikTok and the like, you start to notice a trend that a lot of modern women are starting to lose their jobs for being belligerent, or like you start to see trends with modern women complaining about how tough life is and so on and so forth, and they just can't make ends meet, or they're just working and just surviving on a day-to-day basis, right? MD Adi, thank you, man. Thank you for subscribing. MD Shahajan from Bangladesh. Really, thank you, man. Whoever you are, man, stop the BS. Well, bro, I just started, man. I don't. What BS are you talking about? I literally just started talking. What are you talking about? You're funny, right? Um, Panda, hey man, how you doing? Please hit the like, hit the subscribe, please, if you don't mind. I'm new to this, guys, so that's what everybody else says. So hey, I might as well say it too. Anyway, back to what I was saying, right? So a lot of modern women are getting desperate, man. Like it's a rough go out there. Like I told you guys in in videos before that the average black woman in the United States makes about $42,000 and below, right? That's what they make. How they survive on this, bruh, I have no idea. And that's why you're starting to see an uptick in all these videos. So when Biden lied to them and said that he was going to cancel all the student debt, and that got reversed by the Supreme Court, there was an uproar because that was their one reprieve to get out of the student debt thing, right? And just like taxes and what you call it, and student debt, you can't write that thing off. It is what it is, man. Like you got it. Where's your own panda? You are so handsome. Thank you. I hope you're a girl, but um, panda, where's your home? I'm in Puerto Rico, baby. You see this? Right there, guys. If I open up that door, I got a pool right there, and then if I walk, I don't know if you guys can see, but if I open that door and I go straight there and I make a left, I walk straight to the beach about 50 yards from the beach. So I literally live on the beach, guys. Yeah. You should move to Puerto Rico. I love it. Anyway, so, and the weather today is 81 and sunny. It's pretty cool. Anyway, so women are now in the mindset of, you know what, and this is the part that kills me about modern women, right? They will be the first, especially I'm speaking specifically about black women, right? Because they're the ones that say this a lot, right? They'll be the first ones to say, "I'm an independent woman. I don't need no man," right? How many times have you heard that, right? But I find it funny. I find it really funny, right? That the subgroup that needs the most help are the proudest and are the only ones that say that they don't need a man, but they might want a man. They always say this crap. I don't know why they say this. Can I see your home outside area? I might do a video on that a little bit later, probably the next video. But yeah, I might do that. Not the inside of my home, but the outside for sure. Yeah, I might do that actually. Um, so women are becoming desperate. This is why a lot of women are now starting OnlyFans, which now parlays into what I'm about to get into, which is Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp, the football player that was accused of not only domestic violence, but rape, but SA, and so on and so forth, right? So he was a multimillionaire NFL football player, as you guys know. And of course, he had sexual relationships with a 19-year-old when he's 57 years old. And of course, she accused him of rape, right? Okay. So, what does this tell you? Okay. As a man, I was watching on another podcast yesterday. Just Pearly, tell them for subscribe and watch the last 3 lives that she did with Andrew Wilson. He's a really great, smart, pragmatic debater, and her standpoint is there's just no hope for modern America. Like it's done. Like men trying to get married today, like you have got to sell me. This is what she was telling him. She was basically telling him that you have got to sell me on what's the benefits of a man being married today, right? That's what she was saying that he had to do. And his standpoint is simple. He was like, well, I agree with you that it's screwed up right now, but we can't just stand back and do nothing, right? So she kept praying him about, okay, sell me, like, how do we fix it? Like, sell me, but he just couldn't sell it, right? He just couldn't sell it. Now, this gets back to my point. Well, the point I'm trying to make is, as a man today, right? If you decide to get married and have children, you're screwed. If you decide not to marry, but you have a vindictive girlfriend, you're screwed. If you decide not to get married, but you want that woman to live with you and she turns on you, you're screwed. Because then you can't kick her out. You just look at Kevin Costner. They're like, he had to wait months just to kick the woman out, right? If you decide not to get married, but you have kids with the woman, you're screwed. Because we know that 80% of the marriages or 80% of the divorces that happen in this country are initiated by women, and it's 90% if they're college educated. Okay. So, what are men to do? So the way I look at it like it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. Men want to get married, but a woman can end that marriage at any point because a woman always has the right to change her mind at any point without any consequences. But guess what? That as a man does not absolve you from still paying the bills, still paying the mortgages because she might take the house, but you keep the mortgage. She'll take the kids, but you pay the child support. If it's alimony, you still pay alimony while she's out there dating other men. So you say, fine. As a man, fine. I am no longer getting married. But then there's a hole in yourself because now you're not happy because you want your own family. Okay, so that's one thing. So there are some men that are going their own way and say, you know what, screw it. I'm not going to get married, which is what Shannon Sharp did. He said, I'm not going to get married, so I'm just going to have sexual relations with women. But then he still got screwed because all a woman has to do is what? She just simply has to say that you essayed her at any point. That's the riddle. So you could have had sexual relations with a woman 15 years ago, and she can, after you've made a bunch of money, come back and say that you essayed her. Now the courts will not require her to show any kind of evidence that this actually happened. This is why most of the time they do not file a criminal case 15 years later. It's mostly civil. And with civil, the threshold for guilt is a lot lower. There just needs to be the people that are making the determination just need to believe that it happened. There needs to be more. They need to believe more that it happened than it didn't happen. That's the threshold. And this is after 15 years. You can't even unprove that it didn't happen. Just that the jury just needs to believe that it happened, more so than it did. That's it. No evidence, no nothing. And guess what? Chances are you'll still have to pay for lawyer fees, and you're still going to pay for your lawyer fees. So here's the deal. Even if you win, you still lost money because you have to pay lawyer fees. Your reputation has been damaged because there's still going to be people who still believe that you did it. And your job could be in jeopardy, your endorsements can be in jeopardy, just like exactly what's happening with Shannon Sharp. Exactly what's happening with Shannon Sharp. So, what is my point? My point is simple. My point is real simple. If you think that a prenup is going to save you, it's not. Because women have now transformed their thinking. They're like, you know what? I don't even care whether or not we get married or not. As long as I can extract funds from you, that's the main goal. So we don't need to get married. Getting married that's just the icing on the cake. Because now you've opened yourself up to alimony, you've opened yourself to parting with your marital assets and so on and so forth. But now women are like, you know what? Screw that. If this is a multi-millionaire, if he's worth tens of millions of dollars, all I need is tens of millions of dollars. Just like this 19-year-old, OnlyFans, of course, she's OnlyFans because she can't get a real job, and she'll never be able to get a real job because they'll know she's an OnlyFans model. So now, obviously, she's struggling. So now she asked for $50 million. She wasn't even married to Shannon Sharp. She wasn't even married to Shannon Sharp. But guess what? She gets to ask this guy for $50 million. And you know what the kicker is? Here's the kicker. Apparently, Shannon Sharp offered her $10 million, and she said no. She wants 50. And this is right before he's getting ready to sign $100 million. Well, that's done. He was getting ready to sign $100 million deal. Now you have to ask yourself this question. Why would a 19-year-old OnlyFans model who's obviously struggling financially, turn down a guaranteed $10 million for $50 million? Guess what, guys? Shannon Sharp became her retirement plan. And she knew that she had him by the you know what, and that's why she decided to ask for 50 million. She decided, you know what, I'm gonna throw a Hail Mary. I think honestly what she was expecting Shannon Sharp to do was increase it to say 25 million, then she would have settled. But in her mind, in her entitled mind, she believed that, you know what, $10 million, yeah, that ain't gonna be able to do it. Wait, we're gonna, we gonna have to come up. You gonna have to come up, baby. I need that $25 million because I ain't trying to work another day in my life. $10 million, I ain't gonna be able to do it. I got to live with the best in LA, in Miami. You feel me? That's what she was thinking, right? So the point I'm trying to make is, guys, at the end of the day, right? Do not think that your money is gonna save you. Do not think that a marriage is gonna save you from being accused, from having to pay. Because listen, one thing that a prenup can't protect you from is child support. Child support is as good as a broke man without a prenup. There's really no difference. If you're a rich man and you impregnate a woman in this country, oh, it's the best of both worlds. One, she got your kid, so she got you on the hook for 18 years, sometimes 21 years if it's New York. And two, she ain't got to deal with your ass no more. Right? She ain't got to deal with you no more. She just wants your money. And number three, she gets to control you. She actually gets to control you. So the point I'm trying